then anybody can see. But when my mentally or emotional, then nobody says directly. If they talk, then they know, oh, this is a problem. So how can we can know that this person in a pain, or mental or physical, or mentally or emotionally?
I think that's where self-acknowledgement and that's where community building helps. A lot of times we don't know we have to acknowledge this. A lot of times we feel that it's wrong. We just have to suppress it and keep doing what we are doing. And that's what we are taught and nurtured or conditioned also in school and parenting, that don't pay too much attention to this. ये हो जाएगा, ठीक हो जाएगा, ये ऐसे हो जाएगा, कुछ भी नहीं है. For small things also, we are said like this. So a lot of times we are very naturally conditioned, we don't realize it, that we have to ignore it. We don't have to pay attention to it. And that's where when it gets too much suppressed and it just starts bursting out in different ways, we have to realize that self-acknowledgement, that maybe for others it's right, but for me it's not right now. Maybe for others it's normal, but for me it's not normal right now. That's where that self-acknowledgement and community, which you're a part of or which you're trying to reach out for, helps a lot. Because when you seek it with the right people, the help, or with the right professionals, or you are a part of the right space or environment, you don't feel as abnormal or incorrect to address your pain or wounds. And you be less hard on yourself.
Yeah. One more thing is there, when we are in a child age, so parents, how did they know that my son or my girl is in a pain? Because they don't want to talk with their parents. So how the parents can know that my child is in a pain, emotionally or mentally? Because there are lots of exam stresses there, some other things are there. Because there are changing behavior patterns are there after 14. Yeah. So how they can know, parents?
Right. I think putting the right attention and having the communications on daily basis, not just being mentally present with them, but being emotionally present with them also is very important. If you can create a communication, if you can create an interaction on daily basis, which leads to creating a trust, then there is a lot more scope, there's a lot more probability that your child will be mentally and emotionally naked to you in every aspect. It involves a lot of aspects, a very strong aspect of love, of trust. If you love yourself, if you trust yourself, you will definitely try to create that platform for your child also.
Yes.
If you are going through certain fear, a certain blockage, it will very automatically get trickled down to your child also in your communication or in your presence around the child. So if you really want to have an understanding about their hidden emotions or something which they themselves don't know and they are suffering from, you really have to create that space where there is a lot of transparency between you. And that really depends upon your own self-growth journey also. A lot of times when I'm into child counseling, parents reach out to me that आपना ये इनको सिखा दो. But then I realized that, okay, what about you people? How are you? No. वो तो कर ही रहे हैं जो वो कर रहे हैं. They're reaching out to people and they're making an effort themselves also. But what I try to make them understand is that this all has to go to them via you.
Yes.
You are the main part of their lives. Parenting is the most highest, I would say, present thing in their life. Till the first 20 years, it all has to come via you. You have to create an understanding around this holistic learning, and that's how it will reach them. Because they don't trust anybody else more than you right now. They're completely shadowing you, dependent on you.
So one thing is there, how can we build emotional connection with the other person? How means I can connect with somebody or emotionally connected? Because if I'm emotionally connected with you, then I can easily understand you, your emotions, your feelings. If this thing happens, then understanding or something easily for me. So how is this possible to understand or emotionally connected with somebody?
See, you really have to understand what your emotions are.
Okay.
You really have to understand where you are coming from and what you want out of that entire emotional exchange. And if you're really making the right efforts, with a very clear set of intentions, then definitely it very naturally will come from the other side also if they are into it. So I actually didn't get the context of this question.
Miss, how can I understand other person emotionally?
Who is this other person?
Other person is my family, my father, my mother, my girlfriend, my friend, and my boss also.
Understanding somebody emotionally comes when there definitely is something which is unwanted. Because when emotions around love are happening, around care are happening, you don't have to have any understanding. It's just effortlessly flowing around you. It's just naturally coming to you and you're enjoying it. When the emotions start bothering you, that's when you start to think that how do I understand? How do I figure out? How do I fix this? And that's where you need to first understand that where are you coming from? What do you want out of this? What do you feel about this? What are your feelings? What are your emotions? And then understand the other person in the same space. That okay, this is where I'm coming from, but the other person also must be coming from somewhere. So that is something which requires work, because it takes patience to understand emotions. They are not as instant as thoughts. They're not as instant as feelings. Emotions are something which is way more, and it's something which is coming from far behind. Because if somebody is feeling in a certain way, there is a strong rooted pattern to that emotion. Feelings might be instant, thoughts might be instant, but emotion isn't. So if you have that patience to be with yourself emotionally, and to feel and to understand and observe what the other person is feeling emotionally, with that patience, very naturally by default in this journey, connection grows stronger. And this generally happens with the emotions which are not happy or positive. This generally happens and takes your understanding and patience in the negative emotions,
yes,
which are coming from somewhere.
So one more thing is there. Before that is a bigger families are there. Today is a nuclear family.
Yes.
So this is also a reason of we are not emotionally connected or something. We are not grow like this or connected with the other persons also something.
Yes, I think
divorce reason are there.
Yes, it is again a very subjective question, but I still feel that social appetite is something which very naturally is a part of human race. We need social conditioning, and like just to take you a little back, more than a little back actually, when the whole race started, we were hunter-gatherers.
Yes.
We used to move from jungle to jungle, and we always used to be in tribes. And later when the civilization also came in our history, there were villages and there were communities and there were tribes, and everybody just used to be with each other. And I take a lot of examples from nature and universe. So right now also, if you see the forests, the nature, the animals, they still move in tribes. You will never see a squirrel with a zebra, or you will never see a crocodile with a duck. They all move in their tribes together. So finding your tribe, being in your community, be it in the family or be it outside family, that's why critically important, because you need that community space to actually express every day, and create that social appetite also. And it is, as you very rightly said, a very strong part of your emotional safety, your emotional well-being. It keeps you sane in a lot of ways.
Ma'am, one more question is there. Many people feel stuck in their career. How can someone identify their own need and career development shift?
Yes, I think the first step to identifying that is to accept that they are stuck. A lot of times they do speak about it, that they are stuck. They do discuss it with friends after their office hours and on weekends. But I still see a lot of denial. Because as I said, that careers, our professions are a very big part of our identity.
Yes.
So a lot of times I see a lot of people in a very compromising state in their workplaces, in their professions, because they just feel that for financial freedom or for some financial security, they have to be there. And
financial security is one reason, I think,
yes,
because their loans are there, because after their pay, they will EMIs are running there.
Right. So if you accept that, I don't like my job and I am here because of financial security, but I will do something else once I'll get it. And you accept that. You don't crib or you don't sulk around that. You accept that with no denial. A denial comes when you just feel hopeless about leaving it, when you just feel so tired about thinking about it. So that's when you're stuck. But if you actually accept that you're stuck, good thoughts come to your mind, positive things come to your mind. So that is the first step, I feel.
So if they have a 6 month salary or something, means savings are there, then they can leave or something, do their passion or something.
Definitely. I think when I was planning a transition and I was speaking to people around and I was discussing and I was trying to introspect, I felt that if I have a security for 6 to 12 months and I'm not rushing into an exit or I'm not rushing into something new, I will have a safe space, I will have a security to actually be sane while I am leaving a job.
What are some practical self-care strategies you recommend for people juggling their stress, jobs and personal aspirations?
Yes, I think stress is something which is a very widely spoken term again. There's a lot around stress management which we are having. But if we start mindfully having very small things, very, very small steps as a part of our day cycle, as a part of our work cycle, our sleep cycle, our food cycle, which we resonate with, which we feel safe around, which we feel comfortable around, and try to see things from holistic point of view. Definitely there are pressures in jobs, there are taxing work hours, there is traveling, there is traffic, and everything adds to our stress. But if we have a morning routine of hardly 10 to 15 minutes which belongs to us, right from making up our bed to doing a couple of things after that, or we have a night routine in which there are some self-care or some self-awareness practices which are again just catering to our needs, not as somebody's employee or somebody's wife or somebody's husband or somebody's child, but just us. That mindful practices is something which really adds to stress management.
I think from this self-care is dull or self-love.
Absolutely. This is all a part of self-care. This is all a part of self-love, self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence. The whole sense of self comes to you when you be with yourself. You just need to start being with yourself.
One more thing is how do you approach helping individuals come over self-doubt and build confidence in their personal and professional lives? So
I think I really appreciate the people who identify that there is a self-doubt. I see professionals coming to me, or I see individuals also from their personal spaces coming to me and struggling around self-doubt or their identity. If you are having that kind of an honesty to speak to yourself, I think a lot of problem gets solved there only. But definitely there are tools, there are exercises which again applicable each to its own, which I apply on them, in which they get a lot of answers around their sense of self. But again, as I repeatedly have been saying, the first step is to love yourself, and to do that, even if 2 times a day or 1 time a day or 5 times a day you're doing something which you like or which you belong to, be it eating that food or be it being where you like to be, with all honesty, unapologetically, it really brings and comes back with a lot of less self-doubt and more self-confidence around yourself.
How do you maintain your own mental and emotional well-being?
I think, as I said, that this journey never started as a professional in psychology or in the work, the business of coaching and counseling. It all began with me. So I don't think I would have been on this journey till I started taking care of my personal health and started indulging into everything which I try to make people reach out to. So there definitely is, touch wood, a good foundation which I had by applying all these tools on myself and trying to address my depression, trying to address my burnouts, trying to address where I am restless and what my triggers are, and be on or start that healing journey, that inner child healing and that trauma healing journey. So I feel that that's a very important part of my life now, everything which has worked for me, and it still is a very important part of my life on daily basis. So I try to apply those tools very much today also, while I'm giving services to others and I'm trying to offer help. Journaling is a very big part of my life. So I do that somewhere twice a day, and I try to stick to it every day, because as my journey began, and it's been a couple of years now, it's like a medicine to me.
Yes.
And meditation is a very strong part of my life, and mindfulness in my daily routine is something which I give too much importance to, because I feel that your routine is the biggest success, secret to your success. I'll repeat this one. Your routine is the biggest secret to your success, because it's the route, it's the headway towards where you want to be. So yeah, these things are something which I try to be around with as much discipline and as much commitment as I can, because they very naturally came to me when I was struggling with a lot of things.
So what trends do you see in a personal development and self-growth coaching, especially in post-pandemic?
I think there's a lot of scope, there's a lot of clarity, there's a lot of access to that on both the sides, from the ones who are posting content or trying to speak about it, and the ones who are actually taking it in a very receptive or taking it in a very open-minded way. Because I feel that pandemic gave us that abrupt, that unscheduled, that uncertain space in which we were forced to be with ourselves. We were by default being around ourselves and away from the regular patterns, away from our cycles, away from the ways and the streams in which we were heading. And I feel that in that space there was a lot of scope to be more mindful, to take charge, to be more present, more rooted into where we are. And I feel that it was a very big reality check psychologically, mentally, for a lot of people, to actually be more in acceptance and less in denial about their reality. So now I feel that there's such good communities, such good groups, such good clubs which are made online, and there's such nice and quality content creation which is happening. And there I also see a big pool of audience also, a big market which is actually responding to it. I was a part of it when I started my journey, and now I want to take it ahead and reach out to as many people as I can.
One my personal question is how books can help you.
Yeah, I feel reading is a very strong tool.
Yeah.
Reading is something which is a very big part of a lot of people's life, and I feel that it comes to a lot of people very naturally. So it's something which again gives you that space where you can be with yourself and your thoughts, and you can just have a self-understanding inside out. And it's a very self-correcting, I would say, therapeutic tool, where you can be with yourself and you can just be audience to your thoughts. It's awareness about awareness. So it definitely is a tool which is highly recommended to people. It comes naturally too. To me, reading doesn't come naturally actually, and that's why you see this poster, so that I can just motivate myself and read these books. And I just pick up a couple of books every year and try to read them. And yeah, it really opens your mind